Thank you for tuning in to the Sit Down with Malik Wright from the First Star Logistics Studio here in Cincinnati, Ohio. On this segment, we'll be discussing if Victor Wembanyama will live up to the hype that he had coming in to the NBA. Aiden, I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are, man. You know, Victor Wembanyama was getting a lot of hype coming into this season, and he's still getting a lot of hype,
Mhm.
right? People are considering him to be the next GOAT. People were saying that, oh, this guy is, has the potential to be the best prospect we've seen in, 10, 15 years, yada, 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 yada. I'm really curious. He had a rough outing, I would say, his first game in the summer league, but I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are on the potential of Victor.
Yeah, Aiden, your experience as another fellow lanky,
Right,
thin giant.
exactly.
Yes,
This
please,
is
please
my
tell me
archetype.
from your perspective.
Yes.
Please lend us your perspective, your keen eye.
Aiden Wembanyama.
Yeah, exactly. We have the same build, same basketball ability too. From
Right,
the NBA
absolutely.
scouts out there. No, but seriously, you look at Wemby. This is some of the stuff that he does. Even in the first two summer league games, we talked about how he struggled. Right, he struggled, but some of the stuff he does still just I've never seen it before. Even for myself, we compare me to Victor Wembanyama. I ain't doing some of the stuff that Wemby does. He had a put back dunk in that second game, just dunking over a dude. But he's also got the perimeter skills.
Mhm.
And defensively, this dude's an absolute game changer. In terms of the summer league, look, struggles, sure. I'm not concerned. I'm really not concerned at all with Wemby. He's playing with these summer league guys that are just trying to get theirs. There's no offensive structure. They're
Mhm.
using him as a ball handler, which I think he's more right now in year one, a post up guy and playing more off ball than he is dribbling through traffic. He's still figuring everything out. Like these guys can't even throw an entry pass.
Mhm.
Like he's going to be a post up guy with all these mismatches. They can't even do that right. So I think in the NBA with proper spacing, proper structure, he'll be a lot better. My biggest concern with Wemby would just be the injuries. I mean, a dude that size, that skinny,
Mhm.
there's going to be injuries. Even in the summer league, we've seen multiple occasions now where he can't get out of his own way when dudes are diving on the floor for balls. That concerns me a little bit, but the play, not at all. Like some of this stuff is insane. He's going to be completely fine.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point. It's also important to consider that this is not like the middle of the NBA season, right? If you think about what the draft prospects' life has been like for the last month and a half, they've been running around the different teams, having dinners, meeting with people, not working out. I think Victor himself said that I've been spending my schedule maybe about 50% of the time playing basketball, and I hate it. I want to get back to just working out and playing ball. I'm doing all this extra stuff. And we see that with draft prospects all the time, right? And they get out of shape, they get overweight. And I think you made a really good point too. This is not the time to test your potential against the other best guys in the NBA and see where you stack up against other prospects. This is when they feel you out, when they let you really kind of expand your game. I remember the Heat let Bam basically play point guard when they drafted him. That was not because Bam was going to be playing point guard, but they were like, hey, let's see how well you can handle and pass and just kind of expand how much you have the ball in your hands and get comfortable with the rhythm, the flow of the game, and just kind of getting up to speed and getting used to it. So obviously the individual stats from the first game looked pretty poor overall just from the shooting, but he found other ways to get active and involved. The second game obviously looked better, but we're not looking too much into that. Like Aiden said, the big thing is you saw the flashes, you saw the talent, and he walked away healthy, and that's a big win. I definitely think that there's lofty expectations, right? And it's unfair to say right now whether he absolutely will or won't hit them. But I think you've seen what you want to see. And I think he definitely shows he's had room to grow, which we expect from how young he is and obviously how much he has to grow into his body. The injury thing is a real concern. That's a lot of load to be putting on yourself. So we'll see how it goes. But I definitely like the flashes that we saw. And Malik really looks like he has something he wants to say over there. So we'll go ahead and toss it over to him real quick.
You want me to say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So and hands down, my favorite thing about Wemby, honestly, is
when you laugh like the Count from Sesame Street, man. One.
You said no,
No need to repeat.
So I've been one of the most critical people of Wemby. I will say though, I had a couple friends that went to the game and said that he just towered over everybody. So his natural size is going to help him. not necessarily just in year 1, but down the line. And also the fact, like, even in game 1, he had 5 blocks. He had 5 blocks in game 1. That's just pure size and skill. So no, I'll pass this back to the crew.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Victor is a beast, man.
Wemby, just say Wemby.
Wemby.
You'd be all right, man. We'll work on it. We'll work on it like Yoshi Boss.
He came in with a lot of hype, man. And I think that, you know, there's always going to be ebbs and flows. There's always going to be a lot of growing pains that you just got to allow him to, you know, you got to allow him to become.
It's going to take him a couple years. It's going to take him a couple years.
It's great. It's gonna take him a while. Listen, it's gonna take him a while, right? Like, it's like Giannis didn't come into the league as Giannis right away, right? So like it's one of those things where he's got to learn how to
get a load of this guy.
He got one of those infectious laughs, man. He's infecting me with this shit.
It's one of those things where you know you just gotta let him just give him some time, you know.
Yeah,
brings tears to my eyes, man. It's beautiful basketball.
Beautiful, right? Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, but I mean, the guy. I think he has the makings, especially when he puts on some more muscle, to be dominant. I really think so. I do. His frame currently right now, I do think he's going to struggle defensively at some points. Sometimes you could tell when guys want to play bully ball with him. Like, could you imagine Victor trying to guard Jokic?
That's the issue.
Yeah, he's going to get bullied.
I mean, ultimately, defensively, he's going to come in and be an absolute game changer from day one. The one area he's going to struggle in is on the post with these post-up guys because he doesn't have the strength, and the center of gravity is just so high. Even like the low man wins. We say that in football all the time.
Leggy.
Same thing. Yeah, exactly.
High-waisted.
That's another comparison. High-hipped, whatever. Offensively is where I think it's going to take him a couple years before he enters this top 10, top 15 player in the NBA conversation. Just needs a little more strength. It might take him a year or two, maybe even 3 before he's really like a top 10 guy.
Right. I agree. So I just think that we all need to kind of just like woosah, breathe, give him some chance to, you know,
give him 3 to 4 years. I mean, think about Giannis. It took him a while before he developed his body to where he needed to be, to where he could really flourish.
Yep.
Why are you looking at me like I'm a rack of ribs and you're hungry, man?
Nah.
Whoa.
He got hungry eyes.
Anyway, if you like more content like this, do us a huge favor. Give this video a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we go live or when we upload a video live from the First Star Logistics studio.